good.
Lighting all right?
Yeah, all good. This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global, joined by MTK's very own Josh Taylor, up here in Manchester. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good man, good. Just a long journey down there and back, so yeah, just nice and chilled out and ready to get hitting training, aye.
Now, when I interviewed you last time, I tried to pronounce his name, KHONGSONG, is that correct?
KHONGSOng,
KHONGSOng, yeah. Your IBF mandatory is what we expect next.
Yeah.
There's been rumoured dates. Do you want to just update us on the situation, Josh?
Well, yeah, I think it's more or less going to be him. You know, we're just waiting on to get the date finalised and get sort of approved and hopefully announce it in the next week or so. And then, yeah, I think it's going to be up in Glasgow as well, so which is good. It's kind of like a homecoming fight since the last one, and looking forward to it, mate. So just looking forward to getting stuck into training, new start, fresh start, new team, you know, so everyone's fresh start. So I'm looking forward to what the future holds.
We'll come into your training, and you know there's been rumours going around, etc. We will come on to that. But Top Rank, ESPN, some may thought you might make your American debut and fight out there. But it's good that they're putting on a show here in your home country. But I'm sure you have got aspirations to get out there. ESPN will want you to get out there. I'm guessing that Ramirez fight is likely to land in the States. Have you heard anything about that as well?
Well, no, I've not really heard much, but you know, what the good thing and what that tells me is as well, I'm not exclusive just to America now. You know, I've got best of both worlds. I can fight here and America. Every fighter wants to see the bright lights up in Vegas or in the Madison Square Garden. You know, that's almost every fighter's dream, is like, I want to fight there. It's the pinnacle of the sport, you know. So they're the big fights everybody wants to do. So that's what I do want to do in time. But I do think it's good that I'm getting this first one in Scotland, and you know, get to treat my home fans to a sort of a fight, homecoming kind of fight since that big fight in the O2 in London. So I am looking forward to getting stuck into training and getting this one out of the way, and then hopefully chase that Ramirez fight, you know, and that could possibly be in America as well, or it could possibly be here. You never know. So it'd be amazing if you could get here, you know, in the middle of in the summer in Scotland, and either the castle or one of the football stadiums or one of the stadiums in Edinburgh would be class. But that would be a dream come true, especially at the castle. You know, that would be an iconic one ticked off the list. I bet I would just retire after that. You know, I'd be happy. But nah, I'm only kidding. If I can get that Ramirez fight next after this, I'll be more than happy wherever it is. You know, but if it's in Vegas, brilliant. If it's in New York, even better. If it's here, even better. You know, but so I'm happy either way. I just want the big fights, and I just want to be the best I can be. So I'm happy.
Seems like a win-win either way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm in a win-win situation. You've got to hit that in the head there.
It's mad to think you're still so early on in your professional career. You're unified champ, one fight away from being undisputed. Look at the future, and it seems so bright. I just want to touch upon your last fight with Regis Prograis. It seemed like the dust had kind of settled on that fantastic fight. Pair review went down, I think, as fight of the year in many people's books. Performance of the year in many people's books as well from yourself. He was very sort of classy on the night and in the short term, shall we say, after the fight. Yeah. He seemed to have a lot of back and forth with you over Twitter. Where does this come from? Because it seemed, as I said, the dust had settled on that fight.
Yeah, I think he's just bitter. You know, he's just bitter. He's lost his belts. He's obviously got some people in his ears telling him that he won the fight. He knows himself that he lost the fight. He lost it fair and square. I've watched it back about 4 or 5 times, and I've scored myself winning it by 3 rounds, maybe 4. You know, or 3 rounds by 1 even, or 4 rounds. You know, so every time. You know, so don't get us wrong. It was a close fight. It was a good fight, and you know we had a great dance together. You know what I mean? He put up a great fight as well, and it was a great fight. You know, maybe further down the line we can get on again. But I'm not even thinking about it now. I've beat him. You know, I've been there, done that. Wore the t-shirt. I'm wanting bigger and better things now. He can build himself back up and get himself back into title contention, back into line again. You know, as the saying goes. So, it was a good fight, but I don't know where the bitterness is coming from. All of a sudden, the excuses are coming, You know, I knew it wouldn't take him very long. I know he's that kind of character. You know, make up excuses. I mean, I don't know what it is with the Americans of late. You know, they're all making excuses. But Wilder's one as well. You know, just his costume was too heavy. You know, like just crazy. But no, you know, he lost the fight fair and square. I'd have more respect for him if he just accepted it, you know, and then says, right, I want a rematch whenever you're ready or whatever, you know. But he's losing a wee bit of respect every time he bitches and moans about something, you know. It's just it's dampening his name, I think, a wee bit, his reputation a wee bit.
We'll see how he gets on against Murray Sucker. I think Eddie said that fight is on.
Yeah.
It's a good fight, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a good fight. I've not really seen too much of Hooker. Seen a bit of him against Ramirez. You know, he done alright, but he looks very up and down, straight. You know, and not much variation to him. So I expect progress to come through that one with sort of relative ease. And then, you know, he'll be shouting for that rematch again. But you know, I'm not interested in him anymore. I'm on to bigger and better things. Got bigger fish to fry.
Well, that fish might include, as I said, Ramirez, and then in people's minds, if you become undisputed, it seems like the goal that fans want you to go and achieve is to become a two-weight world champion.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the best in the world, Terence Crawford. Obviously, he's with Top Rank, so it does make a sort of a natural fight to make, and he's crying for the fights because all the other welterweights are aligned with AHMED. How much of an achievement would that be? We've just seen a great British win.
Yeah.
If you went and beat Terence Crawford, that has got to be right
up there with the top.
Right,
yeah, I know. You know, obviously that is the goal of mine as well. Can't take my eye off the ball. Got to get this mandatory out of the way first, so I've got to be focused on that. But obviously, you do look at down the line potential. What potentially can happen for you. So, in an ideal world, I beat the mandatory, stop him, get him out of the way, beat Ramirez. I think I can knock him out as well. So, get him out of there, and then move up, or maybe even make a couple of voluntary defences, then move up and chase a second world title with a second weight. You know, I think that would be the next goal, because then I've achieved all I can achieve at this weight, 140, by unifying all the belts. So then it would be to go up and push for more goals. So that would be the goal.
Yeah, sure you'd go down as a great, and if you were to beat Terence Crawford and become a two-weight world champion. What are your thoughts on these rumours that Bob Arum's saying that he wants to make Crawford and McGregor firstly in the octagon and then do a rematch in the ring? So yeah, bizarre to link Conor McGregor and Terence Crawford, but that's what Bob Arum wants to do.
You never know. It's good publicity, isn't it? It's creating good publicity and a good talking point. I don't think it will happen. I think McGregor's probably wanting to focus on his UFC again. You know, he wants to get back to the top, I think. But yeah, you never know. Anything's possible. You know, they've done it with Mayweather, so you never know. I think I heard them talking about Pacquiao as well, did they not?
What, in the UFC?
Pacquiao and McGregor and all that. I think there's all sorts of going on. So
you're not going to get in the octagon, are you?
Get a bash, yeah. Why not? If the money's right, the price is right. Why not?
All right, you mentioned Deontay Wilder and his costume excuse. I do want to ask your thoughts on Las Vegas. A brilliant weekend for British boxing. What did you make of Tyson Fury's astonishing performance?
Well, I expect him to win. You know, I expect him to. I said it all along. It was his fight to lose if he come out in boxes. I did think if he was going to go out and try and knock him out, it was a very risky tactic to do. But he stuck to his word. He said what he was going to. He did what he said he was going to do, and he did. He certainly surprised me. I didn't expect that at all. Right through the opening bell, ran into the centre of the ring, took the centre of the ring and pushed Deontay Wilder back for the opening bell. And landing big shots early as well, and just hurting him and broke his heart early on. I think, you know, from I think it was maybe halfway through the second round, then the third, you really seen him sort of dipping, and he was kind of just hanging in there for the last 4 rounds. You know, like he was just brilliant. It was a flawless performance. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah. After the fight, obviously Eddie and had come out and kind of said, we want to make this fight with Anthony Joshua. Firstly, what are your thoughts on a potential fight between them two? How does that go? And secondly, do you think Eddie and Anthony will chase that fight? Do you think they want to fight Tyson Fury after seeing what he did on Saturday night?
Well, I think there's too much money to be made for it not to happen. You know, it'd be chucking away a whole of a lot of money if it didn't happen. You know, I think it should happen, because And there's no excuses. There's no excuses why it shouldn't happen, because all the belts are in Britain. You know, Tyson's got WBC in the ring, and Joshua's got the rest. So that should be an easy fight to make. But I don't know if there's a bit of needle between Tyson and Hearn or whatever. You know, I don't know. You don't know. The politics gets in the way. But I'd certainly love to see that fight. I think it would be a fantastic fight.
Who do you fancy?
I fancy Fury to outbox him. I just think he's too mobile and too elusive and too sort of unpredictable, really, you know. But I think Joshua is very dangerous, especially up close and tight, because he's very good with like your uppercuts, your left hooks and body shots. He's tight, compact punching and fast with it as well, you know. And he's
big like yourself.
He's big and strong, yeah. He's big and strong, and he can put the combinations together up at close range really quick. So it's quite an interesting fight, but I do expect Tyson Fury, if that did happen, I would expect Tyson Fury to win that on outboxing him.
Okay.
Again, outboxing him.
I know you touched on the costume, but do you want to just make a further comment on it? It seemed to put a lot of bad publicity, let's say, on Deontay Wilder since he made those remarks. We know what boxing fans are, but yeah, what do you make of him saying it was draining his legs and it weakened him, and that's
you think he would put the costume on and go, oh, it's a bit heavy, I'll take that off, it's going to drain my legs. If it was that heavy, you think he would say that, but he obviously wants to come out and be the showman and do a nice big entrance, you know. But it's not about the entrance at the end of the day, it's about the fight. But it is what it is. He did that. He come out and he's been beat up, and he's trying to look for an excuse.
Yeah, he said that Tyson didn't hurt him, it was just the costume. That was the exact word.
No, I think he did hurt him a couple of times, yeah. You can see it, and you can see it in the fight. He definitely did hurt him a couple of times. But no, I don't know what the excuse is about. Just take your loss like a man, no excuses, that's it. But, well, that's what it is.
Yeah, just lastly, Josh, I want to clarify your training situation. Have you made a final decision yet? When do you expect to make a decision? Because I'm sure that IBF mandatory is going to be soon, the first half of this year. We're looking, I think, at April, May time has been suggested. So when do you think you'll make a final decision, if that's already not been made?
Yeah, well, you're in Manchester here, so I guess you put two and two together. I'm going to be training with Ben Davison. I just think he's a great coach. You know, he's trains Billy Joe Saunders as well, who's also a southpaw, moves around, good feet work, good timing, and very fast as well. So I think he's the right man for me, because he's very knowledgeable of the sport, and you know, and I think he'll suit my style as well with the speed and the timing and the movement and the feet work. You know, I think he's a very good coach. He knows a lot about the game. He's ahead of his years. He's younger than me, 27.
Wow, that's mad to think.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But he's got an old head on him. You know, he's got such a great head on him, and very knowledgeable. So I think he's the right man for me moving forward at this stage in my career. So I think I'm going to be training with Ben.
Well, we spent many years around Jimmy Tibbs when he was really young, Ben, so
yeah,
you can see that knowledge has been kind of passed down to him.
Yeah, definitely. When you're talking to him, you think he's been around at this level in the game for years. You know, when you talk to him about boxing and about the game itself and just aspects of it, you know, and he just goes right into depth about it, and he really knows his stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens, and I'm excited that for this next chapter in my career, and hopefully, if it's anything like last year, it's going to be a great year. So yeah, can't wait. So
yeah, just picking us back up, you mentioned about, you know, Ben's got such an experienced head on him for someone who's so young, and you know, he's trained Tyson Fury, Billy Joe Saunders. It's the elite of British boxing.
Yeah.
But why Ben? I mean, you went to Adam Booth as well. I'm sure you spoke to other people. Yeah. You mentioned trainers in America as well. Why specifically Ben Davison, Josh? I just think, you know, because he trains Billy Joe Saunders with that similar sort of speed and, you know, footwork and movement, you know, and he was that's my kind of style, and I knew that was what would help, you know, help my style and help gel the style. So I said to Ben I was going to go out with a week with him in Dubai when he was with Billy Joe over there, and the first session on the pads, after the first session I was like, oh, he's really good, you know, but it was kind of awkward because we didn't know getting the timing, you know, with each other. But then by the end of the session we were flying together, and then the next again day, by like third day I was just like flowing with him and really bap, and
it was just flowing, and I just clicked, just clicked with him. So I just knew then that I was gonna go with him, and then I went over to. I never made my decision then, because then I'd also planned to check out Adam Booth as well. So I checked out Booth as well, and again he was very good as well. But with the taste that I had with Ben, I just knew that that was the guy for me in terms of style wise, and the way he does the pads and the things he does, not just on the pads but the training aspect, all different. Like the pads, ahead movement, defence, and all in the one. It was great. So yeah, just as soon as I had a couple of sessions and it just sort of clicked, and I knew that's what I was wanting to do. So I'm excited.
Listen, Josh, it will be hard to top last. It was incredible, but listen, there's no doubt in you. You're looking for your undisputed fight here, and possibly even at the end of the year becoming a two-weight world champion. So it's going to be exciting times, and it's a great time actually just for British boxing in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for your time here. I know you've got a little session to do now.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that, and I'm sure I'll see you soon. All right, Josh?
Yeah. No worries, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good man. Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.